Okay. All right, ladies. Tonight is January 9th. Oh my gosh, it is totally January 9th. I do this every single time. Anyway, second team call of 2018, and I'm super pumped tonight because we have a very amazing guest speaker. But before I introduce the dear Dana, I want to talk to you guys about two things. Just two. Okay, maybe three. First things first. If you guys did not see the big post for Coach Summit, which is a annual Beachbody event, it's amazing, you guys. I'm not even kidding you. Like, yes, it takes money to get there. Yes, you're going to have to pay for your shelter. Yes, you're going to have to pay for your food. But the thing is, you actually get to meet coaches that are on your team that, you know, are across the country. Like last year, I met Christine and Dana for the first time. You get to hear amazing trainings from top coaches. You get to participate in live workouts with Sean T and Autumn Calabrese and Shalene Johnson, and feeling the energy that you feel with those trainers. There's nothing like it. Being able to come together as a team there and get to know each other and hear stories and trainings and just be completely motivated and inspired. You go away from these events so inspired, so motivated, so empowered. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story real quick. So my first summit, I was a coach for 6 months, and I was so jealous because Jill Bowdish, she's on here right now, she went, and I was super jealous. And after that, I was like, I'm not gonna miss any summit ever. My second summit, I was a coach for a year and a half. I was making roughly $600 a week, okay? After leaving Summit, a week later, I hit my first $1,000 paycheck. And I swear to God, I owe it all to Summit going there. Because there's something, if you partake in the workouts, if you partake in the trainings, if you're there to actually be there and experience it to a full, it's going to accelerate your bow business momentum and your business. Wow, I just put two words in one. But I'm telling you guys, right now they have a sale for $145 for the tickets. It's going to be in Indianapolis. It's never been there before. I'm super excited to not go to a place where it's humidity and you feel like you just got out of the shower right after you got out of the shower. So I'm really pumped up about that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That went to NOLA last year and in Nashville, because it was in Nashville too. Bow business. So if you guys want, it's $145. Aim to earn that this month so you can pay for your ticket, because it would be phenomenal for you. And I don't want you to be like I was my first year and missed Summit, because it is amazing. Okay. Secondly, next month is Team Cup, okay? Registration starts January 15th. It's groups of 5 people, and what you are doing is you're striving together to help as many people as you can over the month of February. Registration starts the 15th, so start looking for your teams now. If you don't know anybody and you need help, post in the group that you want to be on a team or that you want to help host a team, and or talk to your personally sponsored coach or me or anyone else, and we can help you find a team. Thirdly, last but not least, this is kind of a 2-in-1. So dear Dana, she is freaking amazing. She has decided to host an Emerald group, and I didn't even talk to her about this yet. But Dana, I hope you don't mind. We're opening this up for everybody, and it starts on Thursday. Dana, is that cool?
Oh yeah, no.
She's gonna be like, no, it's not. But so if Emerald is something that's important to you, which means you have 2 coaches on your team, which means it's the first step to building your business. We start on this Thursday. And it's going to be awesome because there's going to be videos and trainings from the leaders on our team. And the second part of that is the 18th. I'm so glad that I have my calendar right here, so I'm not just pulling dates out of my rear end. The 18th of January, I am hosting my first 2018 Diamond Mine group. And there's girls on this team, or there's girls on this call that have been in one of my groups. And this is something that it's not to help you get to Diamond. Yes, it's setting the steps for you to get there, but it really helps you dive deep who you are, what kind of things that you are, what kind of people that you want to work with, helps you figure out like your purpose, your passion, your why, your market, everything. And it's a great 6-week course, and I get to work one-on-one with you, and you get to really build a relationship with the other girls that are in the group too. I know Dana was actually a part of my very first one. So it's Christine, and Jill, where's Jackie? Jackie was too. And then Missy and Katrina was just in the last one, and Danny, she's on here too. But it's a really awesome group. But, and Nicole's on here too. Thank you, Nicole. If you want to be a part of that group, you do need to be Emerald or above. And I am going to put the link for the application that you can fill out in the Big Team page after this call. So with that said, I'm going to introduce our dear guest speaker as right when her daughter's calling for her, right? Of course, Mama Life. Anyways, this is Miss Dana. I am super excited for her to talk to us tonight about how to stop chasing and start attracting, because I think as coaches, that's something that is a bad habit we fall into. And so Miss Dana, I don't know why I keep calling you Miss Dana like you're a teacher.
That's okay. I like it.
Come on, teach us. Make us some students. Take it away.
All right. So thanks for getting on tonight. And what I want to kind of start with is, every time you get on a call, anytime you open a personal development book, you're probably going to hear something you've heard before. But I want you to go into it with an open mind, because if you haven't yet applied it, then you may need to hear it again this time. I've heard some of this before. I took notes. They're on my phone. Super Sunday here. We had it on Sunday, and I heard some stuff, and I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And when Vicki was talking about a call, I was like, I know exactly what I want to talk about. So I find myself more often than not have these lists of people. I know who's liking my post. I'm following up with them. I'm reaching out, but it seems like I'm doing all the work. No, we know that's what you have to do, right? It's part of your power hour. Like, you have to, interact with other people. But when the girl said that she has people come to her, I was like, wait, I need you to go into further explanation, because I rarely have people actually message me. And she said, it's all based on kind of curiosity marketing. And I know that we've touched on this before, but we give out so much of everything that people can just go straight to Google. And they research it, they find somebody else, and it's just too easy. We make it too easy for them. They don't have anything to ask us. And another thing is we post too much about weight loss. This is not just about weight loss. Yes, we want people to get healthier and happier, but they can lose weight anywhere. They can lose weight doing pretty much anything, any diet. Now, they may not be able to keep it off, because the support and accountability is what's going to keep them going. So things like this are what you're going to need to post about. You need to find something in you. Like, we talk about our hashtags all the time. Like, who are you? What makes you you? Because that's what people are going to connect with. So don't kiss your shaker bottle. Don't, those ads that you see that people are throwing around cash, or they're like, I made, I don't even know the company that does that. If you can make such and such money right now, and you're like, okay, oh, right. Well, that's not really what I do want money, but
It Works does that.
Yeah, they do. They'll just lay it out, and you're like, okay, I like the money, but it just seems too skeevy, I guess. And then people posting the products. Again, you can just go straight to Google. It feels too impersonal. And so the way that the kind of girl was talking about doing it, she was just saying, basically, sure, every now and then we do love our shake. You can post a picture of your shake. We want you to post a picture of the shake, but don't maybe talk about the shake every time. So what I've been doing is, and of course, I'm a work in progress too, and I'm sharing with you and I'm learning with you, but I've been posting like my Energize with a personal development book, or my Shakeology with my planner, but I'm not talking about that. It's in my picture, but I'm talking about something else and I'm adding value. Whether it be, I have a planner and this, I'm doing my meal plans. What do you use for planning your meals? People are going to connect. Oh, I love planners, or I love tracking my meals this way, or whatever. They're going to give you something back because people love to give their opinions. And it's not being fake, you guys. You're really you're truly posting about your day. But sometimes it's so easy just to throw a picture out there with no value, and people are just going to skim past it, or they're going to like it and not even pay attention. You want something that they're going to come back and look for, like, ooh, let me see if she was doing better with that meal planning or whatever. What was the other thing I wanted to tell you about? Oh, okay. Call to actions. I love them to an extent. But what I have found personally is people avoid my posts with call to actions. Make sure that you're choosing what to put that on. Like, I just made a total what you could call salesy ad tonight. But I pick and choose when I'm going to do it. Like, I posted a picture of me in autumn, and I was talking about the 80-day obsession, and I'm the curvy coach you get, and she's the badass trainer. And then I had a call to action. But I added a little bit of value to that. That's okay. But if that's all you post, people are going to come to your page and they're going to go, oh, she's a fake. Or all she's going to want me to do is buy her shit. And they're sorry if there's kids. And so they're going to they have nothing to connect with because that's all you do. So you're going to want to make sure that when you do the call to actions, or you do the, those ads that are kind of targeted more towards like before and afters and stuff, you add more value to those. And those are every now and then, not every single post.
Can I add on to that real quick, Dana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
love the fact that you just mentioned that you don't get a lot of traction on those call to action posts, or the challenge group posts, or probably the coaching opportunity posts too. I'm going to tell you guys something really quick. I've talked to so many coaches that waste time trying to do the perfect post to invite to a challenge group or to a coaching opportunity, to a sneak peek or whatever. And I'm with Dana right here. I get less traction on those public invites. Where did Dana just go? Oh, there she is. Oh my gosh. I just had like a freak out. I was like, oh my God, I don't see her anymore. But I get less traction on those public invites than I do a workout post where I talk about being vulnerable and struggling through my workout. People actually want to join me in my workouts when I talk about that, instead of me saying, hey, do you want to lose 15 pounds? And this could be in this and this. Like yesterday, I was like all excited and I did this post. I'm like, I'm doing 80-day obsession. And it was kind of like my public invite post. Barely any traction. I've got like a few coaches that said, yeah, I'm excited too. That was it. And then this morning I did a workout video of me actually doing a little bit obsessed. And I had people messaging me saying, oh my God, what is it you're doing? So get people, like Dana said, get people asking questions. What is it that you're doing? And stop wasting time trying to perfect the perfect post, because it's not going to happen. So, okay, take it over.
Yeah, definitely. No, and I agree with that. And that's the thing is, like, I'll throw those out every now and then because, like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, I made a really good one. This will work. But you're absolutely right, because I noticed that and I had been doing this before I heard it on Super Sunday. We all hear different things that work for different people, and we all try because we all got to figure out our own way of doing it. And we always, I'm trying to advance my business huge this year. So I'm trying new things. And so when I started doing that and I stopped trying so hard is when it started falling into place. And I was really just being genuine. So, like, for instance, coaching opportunity. We always freak out. We want to post about, do you want to be a boss, babe? Do you want to make this? Do you want to do that? How about you just talk about your day? Like, I posted the other day, and I didn't think I was going to get any likes on this because I was almost like, this is going to be cheesy. But I was like, pointing to the back seat and I was like, look at those groceries. Like, Beachbody, did this. I didn't have to freak out in line if my card was going to go. I'm full-time doing this from home now. And I just did that. And, I got so much on that just from being real and stuff like that. So however coaching helps you. And it's not just about money. Because if you think about it, like, who's most active in your challenge groups? Coaches, right? Well, if you really think about it, it's like, that's what's kept you going. I know it has me, because for 2 years, there's no way no way I would have kept going. So you could post about that, like the accountability of being a coach, and that sure, you get the discounts too, but this is what's going to help you go and go and go. So the community, the support, doing stuff like that, that people can connect with, and not that cheesy call to action at the end, is going to make people take time to read it and, you know, find something to ask you about and talk to you about. There was another topic on that before I go on to the next one. Oh, and this is huge. This is the perfect time to do this right now. Speak it into existence. Success Club Trip 2019. Speak it into existence. I don't care if you got the invite yet. Post about it and say, I will be on the Success Club trip. I'm so excited that we get to earn free family vacations. Well, if you don't have kids, I mean, you don't have to do the family thing, but like, I'm excited that, like, I didn't want to take my kid to Mexico this year because I don't have anybody to watch her. But guess what? Next year, they have childcare on the cruise. Elle's totally coming on that one. But I get to post, like, about stuff like that. Like, I might not be able to earn all of it. I might be able to earn all of it. We don't know until I try, but they don't have to know.
Wait.
Sorry, I will. I'm claiming it.
Okay.
I'm claiming it. It will all be free plus extra income. But, they don't have to know. You're not telling them your bank account or whatever. You're just simply saying, like, I get to do this fun stuff. And to be honest, yes, I love vacations. I do. With my husband, we've gone many places, but being able to go and be there with, like, a whole lot of other friends, to me, that's awesome. Like, the whole resort is just a bunch of fit friends. Like, and I've never been around more positive people in my life. Like, when I went to the Success Club trip last year, I've always been like, this is kind of going off on a tangent, sorry, but I've always been that girl that's been intimidated by other girls just because of the way that I was teased and, you know, harassed when I was younger. And so I was always worried about the Mean Girls Club, you know, oh God, these girls. And when I joined coaching, it was so different. And then to be able to go to the Success Club trip, and I was nervous. I was like, I've never met any of these girls in person. Most of these are like higher uplines. Like, are they going to be snooty? Like, I didn't know what to expect. And when I tell you that I was welcome with everybody and I just sat in a circle, I have never felt that way in a group of women before. So when I talk about that in posts, people can connect to that because I promise you there are other females that feel that way. So whatever, or wearing a bathing, I wore a bikini and I sat down and I didn't do this the whole time, like trying to flatten my stomach. Like, I let the rolls hang out, y'all. Like, I've never really been able to do that with people. So it's like, whatever the value is that you get, you need to make sure that you're sharing that. And it doesn't have to be a trip or flashing money or anything, but I'm just saying, like, whatever it is, like, truly sit down and think about it and make sure that you are posting about coaching every day. You know, whether it be, whatever it is, you just have to think how it works for your life. For me, I know that I share certain things, like it's paid off a car. You know, when my kid was younger, diapers, things like that's expensive. And with me now, I'm able to take my daughter out of daycare and I'm able to spend time with her. And I might not be the most awesome stay-at-home homeschooling mom, but I'm going to give it a shot. And being able to open up about that, you guys, you have no idea how many moms have messaged me and they've given me like advice and support. And now I've connected with a whole different group of people just from opening up and being vulnerable. And someone was telling me too about money. Money, you need to remind people, money does not buy happiness, but it buys freedom. And freedom, to me, that means, sorry, somebody's texting me. Freedom means happiness to me in my world. Freedom of debt, freedom of time, like that to me equals happiness. It's not buying my happiness, but now that I'm able to do what I want when I want, I'm able to pay off all my bills and have that weight off my shoulders. That's what means a lot to me. So when you share, and I guess I'm aiming more towards coaching on this because you do want to share about your challenge groups. But right now, my main goal for 2018 is to build a strong team. And the reason I picked freedom too, Danny, I really did. But sorry, I'm not reading the comments. But I'm really focusing on building my team. And it's not necessarily, yeah, sure, I want rank. Yeah, I want income. But I also want to move the world. this is why I coach. And somebody posted something the other day that said, and it was, of course, another MLM. And they were like, oh, all these coaches saying that I would do it even if I never earned another dollar. You know, it's basically just calling us liars. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I would, because I need this. I need the accountability. I need the sisterhood. I need these workouts. I need this healthy lifestyle. And so how bad I need it, I know other women do. And I want to build a tribe of women who want to help other women. So like Vicki was saying about the emerald and the diamond, we do have this group. And again, it's not to push you for anything uncomfortable. It's not to push you for rank. It's to push you to help like grow with the person and change. I mean, I don't think it's silly to change the world. Like if that's my mission here on earth is to help one person feel as good as I feel, then I feel I've done my job. I know I ramble, guys. Let me see. There was something else. Oh, and I don't know about you, but have you ever gotten, it was a raise of hands, have you ever like gotten to be like, oh crap, it's 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I gotta make a post, but you don't have anything to post, you just post something? Okay, don't. It is better to post one good post with value than 4 with none. People are going to skim past it. They're not going to like it. And you're going to just end up showing up less and less. So make sure that maybe a tip, and I'm actually trying to do this as well. I'm going to be working on Sunday to schedule, and I usually do, I don't work on the weekends, but I do work, like I do give an hour to the weekends. So that is my family time, but I do dedicate an hour. But what I'm going to do on Sundays is I'm really going to sit down and I'm going to schedule out the week so that I don't have to like think about it through the week, especially now that I have my kid home. I ain't got time to think about that. So I'm going to write it down, but I'm also going to go on my like page and I'm going to schedule it. And even though I like to do, can't think of what it's called, like raw, have it, I don't want it to publish it because I want to publish it. It's still there. So all I do is I click scheduled post, I copy and paste it, and then I actually post it at the time I want it posted. And then I delete the scheduled post. But if I forget to do it, it still posts. So it's kind of a win-win in my book. But I would like to do that because then I know that I have valuable stuff. I don't have to hurry up and search for anything. Life's going to get busy. And I know that it's done. And I know that I'm going to connect with people and they're going to see that value and they're going to start. And you have to trust the process, guys, because it's not going to happen. Okay, at the end of the week, you're going to have all these people messaging you. What is that stuff you're drinking? But you have to stay consistent. Morning post, midday post, nighttime post. You have to make sure that you're doing this. I have so many notes from Super Sunday. You guys, who went to a Super Saturday this weekend or Super Sunday? No? Oh, I don't see some hands raised. Let's see. And this is a huge tip. So and I learned this from corporate when he came, I don't know, last year or something. He was telling me a lot of the top coaches, what they do is they engage on other people's posts. And that doesn't mean going down your wall and your timeline because those people are already on your timeline. That means you see them, they see you. You go to your friends list. Start with A. Go down. People you do not normally talk to. Go to their profile. Like and comment on the last 3 things. Now, if they haven't posted in a year, you may reconsider like having them on your friends list or message them and be like, what's up? How are you? But you're going to want to build that interaction with these people and do 20 daily. Because what that's going to do is that's going to build that to where they're going to start seeing more of your stuff. You're going to start seeing more of theirs. And the more you value that you're adding to your posts and it's not all salesy, they're going to see that and they're going to start following you and asking you questions and stuff like that. So just for an example, which I'm still trying to figure out who I am besides a mom. Okay. So we all have to figure this out sometimes, but like, just for me, like 2018, my thing is going to be, I'm a hot mess trying to get organized. That's what I'm going to be all about. Trying to get organized, planning. So you really need to make sure that you're writing out like, who are you? Like, what are these things that you're going to talk about? So you're just, again, you're not searching. I don't like to cook. I'm very easy. It has to be some simple ingredients, preferably under 30 minutes, or either something I can put in a casserole or a crock pot. I don't like to cook. I don't got time for that. I love Jesus, but I cuss a lot. And that's so far what I've gotten about myself. So, so that's just going to be me. And I would suggest if you don't go live, does not have to be about coaching. I have people come to me all the time talking about my live videos that I don't even remember doing. It was like when I was at a stop sign and somebody had walked across the street and I was like, why don't people just walk straight across? Why do they have to walk diagonal or something? It was like a little rant, but it wasn't like mean. It was just kind of funny. They remembered it. I don't even remember doing that. Somebody else was talking about me in Target, talking about something. They just remember that. They remember you. Your personality comes across more than it does in words and a picture. So I'm going to try to do my goal for January, which I'm already 9 days late, is to go live every day. And it doesn't even matter about what. I'm just going to try to go live. So I failed on that aspect so far, but that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. Before I go to the questions and see if you have any questions, I want to tell you, okay, so tips, go live. Oh, and these dumb things on Facebook about GIFs, or what's the other one? Those high school questions, like, what do you like to do for fun? What's your favorite smell? Do them. I don't care if it's stupid. That's how people get to know you. People love the inner kid in them. So when they see that stuff, and most people, 80%, they're going to be like, I want to drop a GIF or GIF or whatever you call it. And if you're sick of it, scroll past it. But I love it.
Every time you say GIF, I think of peanut butter.
Is it GIF or GIF?
I think it's GIF, but I don't care. You can call it whatever you want. I just think of peanut butter.
The G makes too many different sounds. I don't know. I'm teaching my kid how the alphabet sounds right now. And I'm like, what does you say? And she's like, you? And I'm like, well, yeah, but it also says, oh, like, I'm like, this is hard. Why did I take you out of school? But yeah, no, just do fun stuff like that. It doesn't always have to, your Facebook doesn't always have to be, it can be valuable stuff, but add in some fun stuff every now and then. Like, I started watching this weird series on TV called Black Mirror, and I started talking about it, or whatever show's popular, just talk about it. And then there was, something that is shareable. Does not have to be coach related at all. I shared something about the bottom drawer of your oven being a warming drawer or a roasting drawer. And I don't know, it's shared like 183 times, which is a lot for me because I don't ever have anything being shared. And I was like, oh, cool. So whatever it is, if you think that it's something that can be shared, even if it's 3 times, that's still other people that are going to see it. So if it's a recipe or a new way for kids to do math, I don't know, just whatever that's shareable that you would think would be cool. And I guess last but not least, always remind yourself of your avatar. So when you're posting, again, make sure that it's not just about weight, that it's about you as a person, being vulnerable and saying like, I'm having it, like, what would you need to hear? You know, like if you were talking to yourself, like, what would you need to hear? Or if you're having a bad day, like somebody was telling me they were really going through it, and I know we hear this a million times. You're going through it, but you pull back from coaching. You don't want to post about it. It doesn't mean that you have to post about it. I've gone through some things before and I didn't want to post about it because I wasn't healed from it. So I just said, I'm having a bad day. I took a picture. I was in bed. I was like, I'm just going to sleep. I'm just going to take a nap today. And people relate to that because maybe they're going through something similar, or maybe they did, or whatever. So just remember to be vulnerable and put in a lot of just you, because that's how people are going to start coming to you. They don't want to see perfection. But yeah, I know I'm probably repeating myself a million times, but that was it.
Oh my gosh, Dana, I absolutely love you. I'm going to add on a few things real quick that you made me think of when you were talking, and I wrote them down, and I hope you don't mind. So one thing that you said, you dedicate your weekend to your family, which I absolutely love. Everyone should have a cutoff time when you stop working your business. Otherwise, your family's going to hate Beachbody, FYI.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
make sure you do yourself a favor. But she also said that she works 1 hour on Sundays because she scheduled her posts. Now, one thing that you can do, I wanted to add on, Dana schedules her posts, like what she's going to talk about and things. One thing also you can do is just a brain dump. You could grab your note section of your phone. You can grab a notebook, a little napkin, whatever, and just jot down ideas of different things that you could create a post from. Like, think about when you very first started your journey, whether it was yesterday, last month, last year. What kind of things did you need to hear or need to know along your journey when getting started? Talk about what you've overcame so far. Talk about the community, what you love about Beachbody, what you love about coaching. Talk about what kind of foods are your favorite, your easiest to go to. Like, these are the things that you guys can do on Sundays. It takes like 10 or 15 minutes just to jot some ideas down. So when you do get in that frame of mind, like, I'm not going to lie, you guys, I still, even like the other day, I was sitting there struggling. My fiance was watching football, and I'm like, do you mind if I work? Because usually we have a no phone rule when we're having family time, whether it's watching TV or whatever. I'm like, do you mind if I work? Because I really don't care about college football. I ain't going to lie. And he's like, no, it's okay. And so I'm sitting here, and I literally gave myself a headache because I was trying to focus so hard on what to say, and I had nothing. Like, I absolutely had nothing. He's like, just put your phone away and it will come to you tomorrow. And I was like, God damn it, you're right. I hate telling him that, but he was right. Like, but if I had my little notebook, if I had a page and I could be like, this is what I can talk about right now. You know, I could talk about community when I'm talking about coaching, or I could talk about this. So do yourself a favor, take 10, 15 minutes every Sunday, or whatever, maybe Sunday is not your Sunday, whatever day before you start your week, your busy week, create that brain dump. And then also, Dana, you touched on this a lot, and you mentioned about going live. You talked about being vulnerable. You talked about, you know, adding value in your posts and being shareable, right? Your content being shareable. And I want you guys to remember something. Your voice matters. Every single one of you. Whether you think you're qualified to empower others or not, you are. Every single one of you has a voice, and every single one of you has something to share, and people need to hear it. And I think that's truly important for you to understand, because I think a lot of people hold themselves back because they don't think that their voice matters because they're not successful yet, or they don't have a big enough of success to showcase, or that they've been a coach long enough to have a voice. And none of that matters. It doesn't matter if you're a coach or not. Every single one of us has a coach. Every single one of us has a voice. And people need to hear what you have to say. So don't hold yourself back because you fear that what you have to say is not good enough, or that people won't need to hear or won't want to hear what you have to say, because that's not true at all. So let the fear, let it go, and realize that you have a voice that people need to hear.
I'll say, I just want to kind of like, I'm like going to church on what you're saying.
Good.
Because the way that I feel, a lot of people say, well, how do you go live so easy? How do you know, I got nervous coming on this call. I go live much easier. I don't know why, but I almost like talk to myself, and I'm like saying what I want most of the time. Sometimes I just ramble, but like I say what I want to hear, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, that was amazing. And you know what? If it didn't help nobody but me just getting it out, then whatever. And, you know, a day or two from now, somebody will see it. You know, you don't know until you do it. Absolutely. And, yeah, no, Christine just asked if I go live or on my business page. I haven't planned that well. I was going to do a bit of each, but it just depends. I don't know. But I'm going to go live. That's just my goal. I didn't plan it out on. And also, too, something that really helped me, because sometimes when you will stay home, I wore the same shirt for 2 days in a row. So I didn't have a picture or something. If you are looking cute, I don't care if you're workout clothes, you're at work, whatever. If you see a brick wall or a white wall or like whatever, or some kind of cute background, take 5 pictures doing different things. You know what I mean? Because you may use them later for something, whether it's a smile or ooh, like whatever it is, have them on your phone. So like, and don't reuse the same one like too much, but you know what I mean? Like have one there, because the other day, like it really came in handy to have just random pictures of me on my phone. So That was another tip. Sorry.
I love your facial expressions. You're like, oh.
Well, because you never know what you're going to want to post about, right? What if you have that? Like I had one that was like this. And I was like, what are you waiting for? That was what my post was. I was like, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. You said something that I wanted to talk about too. What did you talk about? Oh, going live. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. You said, even if it was just for you. So a lot of coaches also say, like, I don't know what to post. Post the things that you need to hear, because you guys, I'm going to be on the 28th of this month. I'll be a coach for 6 years. For 6 years, that boggles my mind. Okay. But here's the thing. Like, people ask me all the time, like, what is the biggest thing that's coaching has done for you? It's kept me accountable is what it's done for me. Like, if I know that I'm not going to post my workout, as stupid as this sounds, I'm not even kidding you guys. If I know I'm not going to post my workout on social media, I won't give it my all. I won't even give it half. Like, if I was in an area where Facebook did not exist, I probably wouldn't work out. As sad as that is. But because I'm holding myself accountable, because I know people are watching, I've stuck along this journey. So I don't post my workouts because I'm like, ooh, look at me, everybody look at me. That's not what it is. I post because I'm showing up for myself. And ironically, I'm empowering other people to do the same thing. So if you think about it, like, who are you showing up for? Yes, you want to add value. Yes, you want to empower. Yes, you want to inspire. Yes, you want to invite others to join you. But remember, as a coach, it starts with you. You have to be your best challenger always. Because we all know once we get off that wagon, it's hard to keep coaching, right? But if you remain your best challenger and you're showing up on a daily for yourself, you're going to start radiating light, and people are going to be attracted to that because you're not worried about proving yourself to other people. You're not worried about the rejection. You're not worried about the judgment. You're thinking about yourself and your journey, and that's what's keeping you going. So when you go live, just like Dana said, act like you're talking to yourself. Give yourself a verbal pep talk live. Because guess what? There's billions of women out there that need to hear that verbal pep talk that you're going to give yourself. They need to hear the same exact thing. But the best thing is you're going to pick yourself up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Dana, I have a question for you. Do you ever go back and rewatch your videos?
Immediately right after.
You do? Okay.
But you know what's really funny? I don't know, and I don't mean to be vain, but like, I do, and I guess I don't know if it's being part of like an only child or what, but like, and have gone through like depression and some serious things, and like, but I motivate myself. Like, I'm the only person that sometimes has been around to do it, and and it's just me and God. So it's like sometimes like I gotta do it, and so not always immediately after, but sometimes I'm like, okay, let me just make sure, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's all right. But no, I don't always watch them. But if I really need to hear it again, I'll watch it again and I'll be like, okay, I'm fed. Usually I only go a few minutes and then I'm like, okay, I'm refed. I'm good.
Right.
Go on with my day. I do want to tell you though, because now we're talking about messages and all this stuff. So I want to tell you something. I think I went live, probably in a group or on my page. I don't remember. But I heard this in church, and it's not to get churchy on you because this can apply to everything in your life. But a girl was saying, she got up and she was talking about how she had her 2 nieces for like Christmas break or whatever. And they were not like being obedient at all. And she's like, I have this Hershey kiss for you if you just obey. And they wouldn't obey. She's like, okay, well, I got the treat. So until you do what you're supposed to do, you don't get it. So finally they did, and they got the Hershey kiss. Well, it's the same thing with everything you do, guys. Like, it's not just like, yeah, it's like God, he's going to hold that blessing until we obey. But same thing with our goals. If we're not working out, we're not fitness, we're not going to get the goals. Same thing with coaching. If we're not doing what we're supposed to do, we're not going to get rewarded, you guys. Like, you have to do it. And I know that we hold ourselves back sometimes because it's hard. You're like, oh, I don't want to post this again or whatever. Get out of that negative mindset. Like, right then, don't post. Like, if you are a negative Nancy, don't post. Go to yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, and say something fucking positive. Do an I am. Sorry, there's kids. Sorry. but write some stuff down, you guys. Like, change. I can't tell you how much personal development has changed my life, and being just positive and getting rid of the toxicity or whatever in my life. Okay, Vicki, don't act like you don't be messing up on words.
Hey, I do it every other word. I feel you.
Getting rid of that, y'all. And when I tell you that I remove people on Facebook, I'm sorry, but I do not have time in my life. No, granted, I do try to give them a couple times and I spread positive vibes, but I can't let you in my space. And I don't know. You just have to like get in that positive mindset. Because if you're negative and you post, no, granted, you can be having a bad day and share that. But if you are feeling that your post is not worth anything, then you need to focus back on your self-worth or whatever.
Absolutely.
I go on tangents. I'm sorry.
I like it. I like you.
I'm very passionate.
You're passionate and you stammer on your words. Oh, look at like I just did. Oh my gosh. No, I absolutely love that. And you are completely spot on. Like, and as coaches in general, we hold ourselves back, and we think, why am I not reaching my goals? Why am I not, progressing in my own journey? Why am I not progressing in my business? And if you actually take a look at what your actions you're doing or not doing, you'll realize like what it is. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have an 8-to-5 job. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have a kid and not full freedom. It has nothing to do with the fact that you were sick last week. It has nothing to do with any of that. What it has to do with is what you do and what you don't do on a daily basis. And I think as a coach, especially as a coach, we think that this is something that we can procrastinate on or put on the back burner or do as convenient because it's just going to be there. It's going to be there. We're always going to be there. Beachbody is always going to be there. And so you can come and go as you please. But the thing is, if this is something serious for you, if you want to make it a priority, if freedom in any way, shape, or form is important to you and your family and your future, you got to think about, like, is it worth putting Beachbody on the back burner when you're cramping? Is it worth putting Beachbody on the back burner when you're tired? Is it worth, and I'm not saying get 4 hours of sleep, because I know, especially us girls that struggle with hypothyroidism, we need our sleep, because that's toxic to your body if you're not getting enough sleep. So please, I'm not saying wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you're going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm saying get your ass some damn sleep and then make Beachbody a priority. But it all starts with you guys. It all starts with us. It starts with us taking care of ourselves, us being vulnerable, us not being afraid to show up, and us not giving up on ourselves. Truth right there. In any area of your life, stop giving up on yourself. We've all done it. We can't change the past. We can't change the yesterday, but we can be damn right determined that we will never give up on ourselves. And that's why the hashtag, I'm not going to say it out loud because Jessica's little baby girl is right there. But if you guys want to post it in the chat box. Oh, wait, it's Unstoppable AF.
I have a new one too.
What?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. What?
It's Unstoppable AF 2018 because we are.
Oh, we are doing the AF? Oh,
yes.
I've been leaving it out. Oh, shoot.
I just thought it was
I have
fun.
a new one.
What is it?
The new one is, instead of the same hours as Beyonce, it's the same hours as Melanie Mitro. Oh. I'm like, dude, she's 4-time number one. Like, we all have the same hours. So
We do.
So I'm just curious, just because I'm curious. My husband always goes, "Why are you curious?" I'm like, because I was just curious. I don't know that there's a reason for it. But who here on this call right now wants to be a full-time Beachbody coach? Truly, like in your heart, like, I'm like, there's so many people I can't see. Yeah, come on, big ol', like, if it were it is possible, but if you could right now, if everything in this world was perfect.
Wait. You got to do that again. Hold on. I got to get this on record.
Did I look like I was flying? Was I like trying to?
Okay, ready? And everyone go. Best
I don't know.
boomerang ever.
I didn't know we were doing boomerang. I'm like, should I move? But no, for real though, like that's the thing. And this is actually I was torn to do this tonight, but you have to stop being scared. And that's what held me back for so long, as I was scared and I was looking at goals like, that's not reality. That couldn't be for me. That couldn't be. You're already here. You're already here. Time's going to pass anyways. If you want it, you got to work for it. And I really, really, really hope to see you guys on the Emerald group. That's this Thursday. And if you're already Emerald, it couldn't hurt you just to go through it again and, get your juices flowing, get motivated again, get going. I'm super excited to be running it, and I have some coaches that are going to be in it and hopefully hit Emerald for the first time, and just see how this is a huge stepping stone in your business to helping other women be able to do the opportunity and change their lives and help other women change their lives. So I hope that you girls are going to take a part of it.
I'm excited for that group. Every group that I've done with Dana or been a part of with Dana, it has rocked. Because there's something, like, you guys just watched her talk for a while. If you don't follow her on any form of social media, go do it. Her energy is downright contagious. And when you're a new person and you don't know much about Beachbody and you come in, everyone's always like anytime that I do a sneak peek with Dana, they're like, okay, who is that girl with the bomb hair? Okay, who's this girl? Okay, who's this girl? And I'm like, she's my girl. But she's a lot of fun. And these groups aren't meant, like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some of you guys have experienced our push groups that we used to hold. And I quickly realized, like, I'm not one of those people. I am not a pusher. And anytime that I've been involved in a push group, like, if any of you guys have taken the personality test and know about rhinos and peacocks and stuff, you'll understand. If you don't, I'll try to explain it to you later. But now's not the time. But anyway, so I have like this much rhino in me, and this much rhino is like my goal driven, right? But usually a rhino is a person that's so driven that they'll maul over anything standing in their way, and they'll leave everybody behind them because they're just gunning for it, right? I am 95% peacock, which is I'm here for the party, if you guys couldn't tell. They're do now, plan later, if at all. They're very loud. They're here for the fun. They want everyone to be partaking in it, right? So when I'm in a push group, everyone's competitive. Everyone's like, I'm going to do it. I'm mulling over, right? And my rhino, like, at first my rhino was like, okay, this is going to help this competition. It's going to help fire something in you and you're going to run. But then what happens is I'm like, it's competition. Then my heart starts like changing, right? Like, I don't have heart in my business anymore. It's all about the mind and me having to win and me having to do this. And so I get discouraged and my business plunders because of it. And what I noticed when I started running these push groups, because I thought that's what my coaches and my team needed, when I started running these push groups, the same exact thing was happening to my coaches, because what? Like attracts like, right? And so all these push to Emerald groups, we don't do anymore. But now we've transitioned to these awesome groups, Dana, right? Like, it's like a journey. Like, you're training and you're learning and you're growing through these groups. And then look, at the end, you become Emerald, or you're halfway to Emerald, or you're at least developing the healthy habits. Well, yeah, those two, the habits that you need to get you to where you want to be to progress in your business. And it's fit for a rhino, it's fit for a peacock or a golden retriever or even an owl. So it's for everybody. But
yeah, I agree with you. I definitely like it better. I've been part of those other groups, and I felt like I don't like competition, period. Like, because I like, it's too, I don't know. I don't like pressure at all. I just want to be able to do it. But these groups, just being able to get the information and be like encouraged, and then constantly reminded why you're doing it is to help people. So yeah, you're not signing somebody up just for, the sign up fee. You could sign up anybody. We're trying to find people who actually are going to make a difference in their life, your life, and other people's lives. So I really, really love these groups that we run together.
Right. Yes. So we hope to see everybody on this call in there. That would be fabulous. All right.
Who's going to be in the group?
Yeah. Rachel.
Everybody out now. Anybody? Anybody going to put anybody in there? Oh, they're like raising eggs.
Even if you're Emerald, you can go Emerald again in the group. How about that?
Right. Well, yeah, that's what, look, and I'm not even going to lie. The other day, because it's been a long time since I've sat down. Here we go, rambling again. Sorry. Am I worse? Me and Cindy, we would probably not be able to ever host a call together.
No, what is coaching webinar for you two?
So when I sat down and I'm trying to do Diamond this year finally. And again, it's not just for rank or volume. It's to truly build my business of life-changing women. But anyway, so I sat down and I'm like, holy crap, that's all it takes to be Diamond? And I was really surprised that I have not allowed myself to try a little bit harder, because it's really not that hard. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yep. All right. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Dana? Yes, Patrice, I agree with Nicole. You better put your hand up. Boom. All right. No questions for Dana? Is everyone
everything anyway? So
what?
I'm gonna over-explain and ramble anyway. So I'm sure they're like, we're good. We got this.
You did good.
She did amazing.
Yeah, she did. Awesome. Well, okay. We are going to end the recording. So thank you for watching the recording.